My name is Donovan Andrew Noel Kaser.
My name is Connor Matthew Flory.
I'm Lexi Betcher.
Jacob Zeiger.
My name is Alex Menton.
My name is Dawson Beam.
Bryce Dill.
I'm Josh Vukovitz.
Caleb Potter.
Kaylee Major.
I'm Joshua Lewis Wilson.
My name is Madison Goins.
My name is Andrew Heiser.
All right, my name is Ellie Kaylin Snyder.
My name is Helen Kiva.
My name is Mason Norton.
My name is Trey Brown.
My name is Nathan White.
Brady Anderson. My name is Wesley Hall.
McKenna Chirby.
My name is Riley Kikowski.
Angela Woods. Callie McKinney.
I'm Blake Gassad.
I'm Evan Wilfing.
My name is Abby Linhard.
My name is Madeline Fox.
Charlie Limberis.
I'm Faith Rock.
Lauren Dove.
My future plans are to go work at a library for a bit, and then once I make enough income, I'm going to go to a trade school and get an art degree.
Find somewhere to work where I can support myself for a little bit and eventually go to a trade school and be a mechanic.
I want to go work as an accountant.
My plans are to study graphic design at IUSB.
I'm going to go to IUSB as a history major and then become a teacher in the future.
Straight out of high school, I'm probably going to work in a factory where my dad works at, like at the same company, but I'm going to be getting an online degree and then eventually going into sales, hopefully.
My dream college would be Chicago University, but a more realistic idea would be to get a computer engineering degree from somewhere like Ivy Tech.
I'm going to go to IUSB after high school and go for game design.
Probably just work at a factory with my older brother. He's been trying to get me to work with him for a few years now.
Going to basic training at Fort Jackson, AIT at Fort Lee, Virginia. Then I will be returning back to start college in January.
I'm going to IUSB to be a early elementary educator.
I want to do some computer stuff. Maybe I'll take a break from high school and go to IUSB, and then computer science maybe.
I'm going to IUSB to study biology.
I plan to either be a graphic designer or become a video editor.
Probably just continue working at the hair salon I work at. I think that that's a great path for me to go down, and I can see myself getting really passionate about it.
My future plans are graduating high school in Germany after here, and maybe going to college here one day.
I am going to University of Evansville to pursue theater. My major will be theater performance.
I'm going to go work with my dad at a factory he works at.
Either join the operators union or go work at Reith and Riley.
I'm going to IUSB for graphic design.
My future plans are to go into the Marine Corps.
To attend IUSB and major in business.
My future plans are to go into the military, National Guard. I'm doing reserves, and then I'm going to join the operators union after I get my journeyman. I'm going to go work on an oil rig down in Alaska or Florida.
My future plans are to attend IUSB next school year.
I'm planning to go to Purdue Fort Wayne and study musical theater.
Heavy equipment operator.
Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union.
I plan on attending Ball State to major in special education.
I plan to attend IUPUI and major in health sciences.
To attend Purdue University and study mechanical engineering.
Go to Indiana University Kokomo to study biology and physical science and throw on the track team there.
I will be attending IU Bloomington to study psychology.
My favorite memory at LaVille was when we were in Banks's class. We got to go outside, and there was a hollowed out tree, and we started pushing on it. And then we got like 7 of us, and we all started pushing on it, and it finally came down.
My favorite memory is when we were in Banks's class and he just lit something on fire.
I really enjoyed doing like the pep rallies and the football games, basketball games.
My favorite memory at LaVille is getting carried up to the press box to stream football.
We went to, we were in cross country. Charlie Limberis, Wesley Hall, and I went to run 5 miles, and it was lightly raining when we started, but by the end it was pretty heavily raining, and I kept splashing Wes with just about every puddle that there was. So when we got back, and it was freezing, so when we got back, I'm pretty sure we all had a mild case of hypothermia and like the wettest socks of all time. So that was pretty fun.
My favorite memory is probably involved with DECA, just because I was doing that throughout high school, so probably the state competition my sophomore year.
Way back when the whole popping chip bags at lunch was a big thing, we gathered up like 20 bags and we had them all lined up, and Mr. Edison saw them lined up and he told us not to do it, So we paid DJ to come in and pop them for him while he watched that happen. It was pretty funny.
Probably when Watts took a bunch of us to a canoe trip. That was pretty fun.
It was over summer. Me and some friends got together and we went out to a fair for a day and we had fun.
All my favorite memories aren't really school appropriate. That's the thing, though.
Definitely the random talks we have at the lunch table.
Recess.
Probably all my years in marching band and the friendships I had with them.
Probably my favorites were like when I was like a freshman or like a middle schooler here, and I was like mischievous, cause like I look back at those and think, wow, I used to be a lot worse, and like those memories like make me glad that I'm a lot more mature today.
My favorite memory at LaVille probably has just been this year, just getting to know my peers and like putting myself more out there and like just spending time walking around, especially like this past couple weeks has just been really fun for me.
My favorite memory is probably the football games in the summer.
Nothing that would be appropriate.
Probably just practices and like cross-country practice and track practices.
Probably the Lancer Wars.
Favorite memory at LaVille is probably locker rooms because me and the boys kind of just goof around in there.
My favorite memory would probably be the times I got to spend with my friends.
I don't know, it's hard to pick one favorite. I have like a couple different moments of just like being with my friends and like just like being goofy in the moment, and it's something where you're gonna like you're gonna look back on it and be like, I'm gonna miss this.
Probably senior year as a whole, honestly.
I would agree, just kind of hanging out.
My favorite memories, probably something to do with a soccer practice or a soccer game.
I would say it was winning conference this year for track.
My favorite memory would have to be running cross country and running with Wesley and Mento and Isaac. We all would go to the bridge over New 31 and we would try and get cars to honk.
My favorite memories are the late nights with my sports teams because it's really nice to bond and we always have a lot of fun then.
My favorite memory is hanging out with my group of friends and playing cards during homeroom.
My hero during high school has to be Mr. Hill. He's really enthusiastic and he's just a great teacher.
I gotta say Mr. Hill.
My parents and my cousin Candace.
Mr. Thomas.
I really looked up to my cousin James Betcher. He was 1 year above me. He kind of really showed me the ropes and was always there for me.
Probably my dad. My dad, it's who I look up to most in the world. So, yeah.
Say Isaac probably.
Probably my older sister, my freshman year, because she kind of got me started when she was a senior, and she kind of like showed me around and taught me everything I needed to know.
Honestly, I really looked up to my older brother, really, because we've always been close growing up, and he helped me a lot.
Definitely my parents or Mrs. Stout.
Mrs. Kaiser, she was the first person to dance with me at prom.
Definitely my mom. She stuck with me through all of my struggles.
My hero's definitely been my sister. She's 4 years older than me and she just graduated from college, and she's just a huge inspiration to just keep working hard, and she sticks to her word and does exactly what she says that she's going to do, and I think that that's such a big thing, is just to put your heart and mind to the same thing.
My hero has definitely been Mr. Thomas because he's always helped me with my work and everything, and he's definitely been one of my favorite teachers.
I don't know if I've had necessarily a hero, just a lot of people that have really helped me out in deciding what I'd like to do after high school.
Most likely my dad.
My parents have always had my back when I need them.
I would say Mrs. Kaiser. She's helped me out a lot.
My hero, probably my parents.
I feel like my parents have been my hero.
My father. I always just wanted to pass him because he didn't finish high school.
I would say my hero is Adam Sandler.
Miss Klussman and like some of my friends, because they're just always there like encouraging me and like supporting me and keeping me going.
Probably my dad.
I would say my dad.
Definitely my grandma.
I think my hero would be my parents.
My hero would have to be my dad because he's really helped me out a lot and shown me what to do and given me a lot of good advice.
My sister has. She has always been there when I've had a problem and just gives me very honest advice.
My parents, because they've always supported me and gone to my sporting events and academics. stuff.
Mr. Hill. I feel like me and him, we enjoy a lot of the same things, and I feel like he teaches in a way that I can really comprehend and get and understand.
I gotta say Mr. Hill. He just seems like he enjoys talking with other people. He enjoys his job. It's never a dull day, never a dull moment.
Probably Miss Miller.
That's also Mr. Thomas. You're just always nice to people, unless you make them mad.
Mr. Thomas, I think I'm going to style my teaching methods after him once I become a teacher, just because I like the way he teaches.
Mr. Thomas, he's been with me for 3 straight years at DECA and has showed me like everything I know for business, so Mr. Thomas.
Ms. Kaiser's pretty influential. She's a really positive person and actually good at teaching.
Mr. Hill, he really tries to help you if you're not doing too good in class, and that helped a lot for me.
Probably Miss Klussman, because she always forced me to get out of my comfort zone, and that's kind of how I ended up being able to become what I wanted to be.
Mrs. Stout.
Honestly, all of them. They've all taught me important stuff to do in life, and I've talked with all of them, like, about personal things.
Mrs. Kaiser.
Mr. Lawler, because of weightlifting. This year I've been taking weightlifting, and it's been really good for me. I've been getting into shape, and even if I don't continue exercising after this year, I had a very enjoyable experience taking weightlifting.
Definitely Mr. Hill. I'm not gonna lie, I did not like him the first semester that I had him, but this past semester has just been really great, getting to talk to him and like just getting to know like one of your teachers and having a good like relationship with them when you can actually talk about your like life problems has just definitely been like a great little outlet for me.
Probably Mrs. Stout. She's the one who got me into music, and from there, if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have gone to theater, and then I wouldn't be doing that after school. So I definitely say Miss Stout. She's helped out a lot, and I love and appreciate her so much.
Probably Mr. Lawler.
It's probably MC. He was always very inspirational.
Again, Mrs. Kaiser. She's taught me a lot, and I feel like I could really apply economy to the future.
The most influential teacher has to be Mr. Banks.
I have a couple. My first one would be my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Severns, and then Dunlap and Mrs. Kaiser.
Mr. Haas, even though he doesn't go here no more.
Mrs. Kaiser.
My most influential teacher is probably Mr. Hill, because he just kind of has like that, if you work towards something like and you're trying at it, most times you're going to be able to succeed, and like if you're trying, then like you'll get where you need to go. And so like that kind of attitude in class just is like refreshing. So
Probably Mr. Haas, because he just kind of does what he wants and not afraid of what people think.
Mr. Haas, because he's pretty straightforward.
Probably Mr. Thomas, just because he's always been. He can always tell if I'm in a bad mood or when something's going on, help me through it.
I think my most influential teacher would be Mrs. Haas, because she has played a big role in my plans to go to the medical field.
Mr. Watts, because he got me interested in FFA, and that's done a lot for me. I've learned a lot doing it, and I really enjoyed doing it.
Mr. Walter has been mine. He has always been there if I needed help on something, but has always been brutally honest when I needed him to be.
And Mrs. Kaiser was mine because she's a great person and teacher overall.
When I look back in high school, I'm most likely going to remember like most of my teachers, because they've all been great, and a lot of friends I've made along the way, because I've made some great friends.
Just the people that I've met, the lessons that school has taught me, the life lessons of, how to deal with people.
Probably all like the funny stuff that my classmates would do, like messing around in class.
Probably gonna remember doing stuff in FFA, DECA, and broadcasting.
Probably everything with sports. Just being on those sports teams and having everybody as like a team, because that was probably the most fun I had too.
Probably calculus class, because somehow we managed to learn nothing in there, and it was also really funny.
Probably all my friends. I'm probably gonna go back and look at all the fun times that we've had, and then just look back on that.
My friends, we had a lot of fun memories together.
Like I said, the weird conversations at the lunch table, and just like talking with my friends and stuff and getting along so good with the teachers.
Definitely the friends that I've had and friendships I've lost.
My friendships and marching band days and how heavy my backpack was.
I most likely remember that I've been like very immature up until like probably a sophomore, and I changed a lot after that.
So I went to Marion for my freshman and sophomore years of high school, and I transferred here junior year, which is like right when COVID was happening. And probably just the major vast differences between Marion and LaVille, and just how great of a community it is here, and like you're not gonna get another high school experience anywhere else than what you get at LaVille.
I would say here it's definitely like the whole like spirit in the school, just because of like not just like the football games, but then all the games, the track team, the coaches, and everything, just the whole school life.
All the time spent in the drama club. I think everybody there is super nice and supportive, and they always know what to say. If if I need help with anything, they always know I always know that they're there.
All the times I spent with my friends.
Probably remember my senior year. It's been a fairly relaxed year, important year. Set me up for life.
Probably the friends I've made, and hopefully I'll still keep in touch with them as the future goes.
Probably my friends and like how we hung out during school and stuff.
Probably the sports I was in. I feel like I connected to a lot of people.
I'll probably always being called down to the office.
All the sleepless nights and tears.
The people and like the staff, because like I'll just remember like seeing my teachers and like having those fun moments, and like seeing the people, because I grew up with most of the people in my grade, so it's going to be weird of like growing up with these kids since kindergarten and then never seeing them again. So that's kind of just what I'm going to look back on and be like, oh, I remember all those people.
Probably all the memories with my friends and teachers.
I would say senior year with teachers, because you just get treated differently and it's a more fun environment.
Probably extracurriculars. I'm gonna miss playing soccer, running track, DECA, and definitely having close relationships with a lot of my teachers.
I would say hanging out with my friends and making memories.
Probably my friends. I enjoyed being with them, and I made a lot of memories with them, so I'll probably remember them the most.
I think how mostly going to be my sports for me, and basically how much high schoolers can get together and support one another in the way that we've had in the past.
And I would say sports as well, playing with my buddy McKenna Tribby, doubles on tennis. We've won HNAC conference, and we're still playing tennis for sectionals.
Don't be afraid to ask your teachers for help, and if you want to be someone's friend, just go ahead and ask. Everybody's pretty cool around here.
Honestly, you just got to keep up on the work. You don't want to get behind on anything, really.
Don't change yourself to make others people like you.
My advice for incoming freshmen is don't be stupid.
Try your hardest, even though you might not think it will pay off in the future. It probably will, even just a little bit, and you'll be grateful when you're a senior.
Don't take it for granted. The next 4 years, they're gonna seem like they're not gonna go by, but they're gonna be the best 4 years of your life.
Don't be like don't be anything like 7th or 8th graders, and you'll probably be all right.
Probably do your best, and don't get into a lot of trouble, because it'll really hurt you in the future.
Do your work. Don't fall behind on stuff, because that hurts you a lot.
Just do your homework. It's really not that hard. If it is hard, then go ask and find the help that you truly need, because you'll have to do your homework as a senior. You'll fall really behind and you will fail.
Don't care what anybody else has to say about you, because their opinion is invalid.
Please don't be annoying. The teachers hate it, and you're just going to ruin your friendship for the future.
Don't date a senior.
It'll get easier. At least for me it did. I said my hardest years were when I was a freshman and maybe junior, but that was because of e-learning mostly.
It's so cliche, but just to be yourself. And I've definitely struggled with like my identity throughout high school. And just putting yourself, this sounds horrible, but like putting yourself in what you need first. And like just being exactly who you want to be, and then you can become that person.
I would say just be yourself and don't try too much to fit in. Just be yourself.
I know a lot of freshmen think that everything matters and that they're the best, but by the time you get to senior year, you look back on yourself and realize that you could have done so many things differently. So probably just loosen up a bit.
Keep going.
Stay calm and behave. Just don't be rambunctious.
Just to put school first, in front of everything, because it's really important.
Don't get behind and don't procrastinate on your work.
Not to be afraid to try something new.
Make sure that you do your homework when it is assigned, and don't give your teacher crap because it makes your life so much easier.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Have fun.
Don't be afraid to ask your teachers for help because they're, at the end of the day, just there to help you get through. And they want to see you succeed. They want to see you get through and get to the finish line. So don't be afraid to ask for help.
The 4 years goes by fast, but make sure you have fun in that time.
Try to keep up with your schoolwork and buy a Harley.
Don't wait till last minute to do your stuff. Don't procrastinate.
I would say always stay on top of your work because it will help you get into college and your future plans.
Don't be afraid to try anything. Be excited to try new things and do whatever you feel like you'd enjoy.
It's important to care about your schoolwork, but not too much. Don't let it consume your life, and make sure to still allow yourself to have fun outside of school.
And I'd say try new things. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and introduce yourself to new people.